नमस्कार, नमस्कार, नमस्कार. स्वागत है. Welcome, dear friends. Uh, Good evening. It's 8 p.m. here in India, and I am looking forward to this conversation. This conversation is going to be one in which we are going to discover something which illuminates our path. तो आप सबका मैं स्वागत करता हूं to the innovative career series. And as part of the Innovative Career Series, today we are going to begin with an episode on teaching theater. All right. So, swagat hai aapka, swagat hai, namaskar, namaskar, namaskar. Welcome, everybody. We are live across different platforms, across LinkedIn, across YouTube, across Twitter, across Facebook. And today is going to be a very, very, very interesting conversation on innovative careers. That's right. We are all looking at ki kya kare bhai, next kya kare, what should we do next? So that's when we thought that there are a whole lot of people in this world. Remember, pehle kuch bahut fixed, there used to be very fixed professions. But now the world is opening up and we are all open to possibilities far beyond jo hamare paas fixed the, uske beyond. So today we're going to have a conversation. This is going to be a series in which I'm going to interview certain people who are actually following passions which are innovative. And today we kickstarted with episode 1. So I'm excited. I'm excited because it's episode 1 of the series, Innovative Career Series. And I begin it with something which is very, very, very dear to me, which is theater. जी हाँ, हम सब लोगों ने थिएटर का नाम सुना है. हम लोग जानते हैं कि थिएटर मतलब नाटक करना है ना. थिएटर इज नाटक. एंड ठीक है यार, तुम करते क्या हो? थिएटर करती हूँ. नहीं ठीक है, वो थिएटर पर करते क्या हो? So yeah, we are going to break that and we're going to actually understand that how theater, not just theater, but also teaching theater can be a possible way for you to actually make a living and make a difference to life. All right. So at this point, I'm inviting you, Amla. Amla, swagat hai aapka. Swagat hai, swagat hai, swagat hai.
Having me on your platform.
Slightly cold where she is. ओके, बीच बीच में अगर सिग्नल उनका ड्रॉप होगा, टेंशन मत करिएगा, क्योंकि धर्मपुर जहां पर वो है वहां पर टेम्परेचर कितना है अमला?
1.
1. Number 1. Fantastic. It's 1 Celsius.
And episode 1 and temperature 1.
क्या बात है. Episode 1 in 1 Celsius. So स्वागत है अमला. And Amla is my senior from the National School of Drama. She is somebody who is graduated. She's learned theater over the years. She moved her career in a very interesting way. She started teaching theater. She started teaching theater to students and started designing curriculum for students all over the country and the world. All right. So very, very interesting. So now over these years, she has worked out a methodology of teaching students and now also to teach teachers how to teach theater. All right. So over to you, Amla. Please share something about what is this. मतलब ये कैसा प्रोफेशन हो सकता है यार? थिएटर को तो कोई मानता ही नहीं था प्रोफेशन. आप टीचिंग थिएटर को प्रोफेशन बना रही हो. Over to you, Amla.
Yes. So थिएटर करने वालों के लिए भी तो उन्हें सीखना तो पड़ेगा ना कहीं से. तो उनको सिखाने के लिए तो टीचर्स, मेंटर्स, कोच तो चाहिए ही. और अभी तक क्या हो रहा है कि जैसे मैं और तुम छोटे थे, हमारे लाइफ में थिएटर बचपन में नहीं था. इट इज ओनली व्हेन वी एंटर्ड कॉलेज एंड वी स्टार्टेड डूइंग यूथ फेस्टिवल्स एंड कॉलेज के कल्चरल क्लब्स में. दैट वाज द टाइम व्हेन थिएटर वाज इंट्रोड्यूस्ड टू अस. एंड हमें उस एज पर जाके पता चला कि हमारा पैशन क्या है. तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि थिएटर जो है वो अगर स्कूल से ही अगर पढ़ाया जाए तो इट्स नॉट ओनली अबाउट स्टूडेंट्स बिकमिंग एक्टर्स और गोइंग इनटू थिएटर careers, but it is for overall development of children, problem solving, critical thinking, creative thinking, and so on, communication
so much
skills.
more.
Yeah, so even if children don't take theater as a career, but children learning theater at school level will definitely help them deal with the world and its difficulties, and realize the real world, that real world is something very different that from that parents offer us, or we offer them in the school.
So what
So
you're
that's
basically saying is कि जो थिएटर के जो स्टूडेंट्स होते हैं स्कूल में, they may not take theater as a profession, but just learning theater will give them a better ability to handle life and handle
yes,
situations.
and a very well-rounded personality. So, but for that to happen, you see, Ashish, when we were in NSD, we often used to discuss, talk that theater should be a subject in school, theater should be a subject in school. Now that, around 1.5 decades back, theater was introduced in CBSE and ICSE as a subject, but none of the schools are offering. Why? Because
Hmm.
there are
Hmm.
no teachers to teach. So
Got
even if
it.
schools are willing to offer theater as a subject, where are the teachers? There are no teachers to teach theater. So that's my mission, that I want to create an army of theater teachers, so that every school, every class has a theater teacher in school to teach theater, or not only theater education but theater in education as well.
Superb.
So the curriculum of a total curricula in all the schools can be delivered, all the subjects can be delivered in an interesting way. That's my mission, that's my
And that's the
objective.
mission of APT, right?
Yes. So yeah, that's keeping this mission in mind.
Uh,
I formed Amla's program for theater, and in that there are 4 5 areas in which we are working. One is children theater and teachers training program, and
mhm.
then theater for a social cause for underprivileged children, and also mentoring for research scholars or for IB theater students. All these things are available, but
So
we
that's
have.
very interesting, Amla. Amla, that's very interesting. मतलब आपकी बात से मुझे पता चल रहा है कि there's a large expanse जिसमें थिएटर के टीचर्स जो हैं वो इम्पैक्ट कर सकते हैं. तो एक तो हम लोगों ने पाया है कि वो स्कूल में किस तरीके से, बट रियली हम में से बहुत कुछ है, बहुत सारे लोग हैं who want to make an impact in life. All right, और आप जिस तरीके से ये समझा रही हैं, I can imagine कि how it can be used as a means to impact societies. I know the kind of work that you're doing at Dharampur. आप वहाँ पर
Yes.
रहकर आप villages के साथ वहाँ के जो बच्चे हैं उनके साथ थिएटर करते हैं. Would you like to quickly share something about that?
Yes, so these are the two things which have taken off from Amla's program for theatre. So one is teachers training and other is children theatre. So I have found a group of village children here. With them I work constantly, and these days we are rehearsing a play, we are mounting a production. So children from my village and nearby villages, they come, they spend 2 to 3 hours every day, and not only that, they are doing a play, but play we started doing just recently, but for last 1.5 months we've been doing workshops. On You also conducted one session with my children when you were here. So they are working on their body, on their voice, and their confidence level, their communication. So they are learning much more than only acting. And guess what, my children are making all the props themselves. We are not
Wow.
bringing any carpenter or a tailor. So I've given them the material, and they pick up the tools, and they are making, actually they are making set props and hand props and costumes as well, in the rehearsal only.
Fantastic, because that is amazing and I have seen that, you know, how अपने हाथ से वो लोग सब कुछ काम कर पा रहे हैं, क्रिएट कर रहे हैं. So at this point, Amla, I would love to have some people who are working alongside you in this movement of yours, and I
Yes,
think we will call
there are
upon,
two great ladies who are supporting me in every
yeah,
possible way.
there's Namrata and welcome Namrata and Garima. स्वागत है आप दोनों का.
Hi, thank you, sir.
बहुत बहुत स्वागत है आप
Thank you,
सबका.
sir.
स्वागत है, स्वागत है, स्वागत है. And you both are, you both love theater. आपको acting है. जल्दी से, Namrata, I'm going to share quickly something about yourself in short.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to be here today. So my name is Namrata, and I have done my bachelor's in English literature, and I am passionate about theatre. I have been performing as an artist, uh, but alongside I have been doing my master's in journalism and mass communication, and I aspire to imbibe love for theatre among people across nation.
Ah, I love that. You that inspires you so that people actually get attracted towards theater. That's what your commitment is. Wow, wow, wow. बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया नम्रता. गरिमा सिंह, स्वागत है आपका. Would you like to share something about you, please?
Hello everyone, my name is Garima Singh. I'm from Solan, Himachal Pradesh. I have done my MA from Indian Theatre Department, Punjab University, and now I'm doing a residential workshop with Amla ma'am, and I'm looking forward to see what magic she is doing with the children's. Like बहुत ही खुशी होती है बच्चों के साथ काम करते हुआ उन्हें देखकर और इंस्पायर होकर और थिएटर तो ऐसी चीज है जिसमें सभी कलाओं का मिश्रण है चाहे वो डांस हो चाहे चाहे वो सिंगिंग हो तो बहुत मजा आ रहा है थिएटर करके और उनके साथ काम करके
So, Garima, I'll set the ball rolling by asking you this question. I mean, why do you think theater practitioners need to be taught how to teach this training? Why is that important for them?
So before my masters, I was doing theater here in Seoul in Himachal Pradesh. And जब मैं इंस्टीट्यूट में गई तो मुझे एक प्रॉपर चैनलाइज करने का तरीका मिला अपनी एनर्जी को एंड टू कार्व माय स्किल्स एंड टू पॉलिश माय सेल्फ एंड टू नो व्हाट माय पॉसिबिलिटीज कैन बी. तो बहुत जरूरी है थिएटर आर्टिस्ट को कि वो जाके ट्रेनिंग लें. आपको भी नहीं पता आप पहले क्या होते हैं और आप क्या बन सकते हो.
Ah, बहुत 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 बढ़िया आपने बात कही. So you know it is kind of वो आपके लिए ऐसे सब avenues open कर देता है which you never thought ever existed. So it's really
Exactly.
really important. Great, Garima. Thank you for sharing that. Namrata, now I'll ask you a question which is slightly different. Why do you think it's important for, I mean, somebody who's experienced in theater, why would they need to be trained how to teach theater? How is performing theater and teaching theater different?
Uh, so performing theater and teaching theater are two different things. One can be a great actor, but to have the ability to facilitate and to get a student on at par with you and uh, initiate growth in them, that is something which is very difficult,
Mhm.
and this requires a completely different skill set. So I think theater practitioners also, those who are passionate about teaching, also need to inculcate those skills.
So it is something which in a bit, as they say, the difference between a player and a coach. Yeah.
Absolutely,
So
yes.
you're a player and then you train to be a coach. Amla, at this point, I want to ask you, what type of training do you think that such coaches are what you are envisaging at APT to provide with your courses? क्या एस्पेक्ट्स आप थिएटर के टीचर्स को आप कुछ अगर दो तीन पॉइंट्स हमको बता सकें.
Yes, Ashish. So there are actually two things which go side by side, but they become one. So one, that you are a theater practitioner, you are an actor, and you aspire to teach in schools. So you know all the concepts and skills and applications of theater, but you need to have knowledge and tools of education. What education means, what I mean, education is just not coming to the class and saying blah 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 blah, blah and then you go back and you write something on the blackboard. So it is that experience you need to give to students, so that student at the end of the class goes back with an experience, and that experience becomes an enduring understanding. So having all the concepts of theater, but how to introduce them, making them interesting, and why that concept, there may be few concepts which must be like mute now, or there are no use of that, but since teacher has to teach because teacher knows, so teacher will teach. So that shift to make that, I as a theater person, I know A, B, C, X, Y, Z. So I want to tell students this is what I know, rather than what you want students to know in today's time, what works today. Today, not only in the classroom but outside the world. Keeping, if you're teaching a grade 1 student, keeping that after 12 years in this school, that person would be stepping out of this school in the world. So are you preparing that student? So what
क्या
are the
बात है,
tools available for,
वाह वाह,
so that you make that person who goes out in the world and make a difference in the world? So this
मजा आ
is
गया.
for, so
I
this
know
is
what I
for,
very clearly see. What I very clearly see, Amla, is that it is this teaching is very clearly connected to your personal urge. तो अगर आप चाहते हैं कि आप अपनी जिंदगी से कुछ फर्क ला रहे हैं, not just मुझे ये पता है मैं सिखा दे रहा हूँ, मुझे ये आता है, but really putting that in the context of life, that is what really makes a difference. So really
yeah,
great.
because I feel that purpose of education is to make a difference in the world.
Ah, wow, wow,
Is
wow.
to me,
And I
is to
love
me.
that. I love
And
that line. I love that
yeah,
line because when you,
otherwise we are all literates. I can read A for apple, B for boy. What's a big
yeah,
deal about it? So, and the other side is those who are teachers, who are trained teachers, who have done B.Ed, who are trained teachers,
hmm,
but they aspire to become theater teachers. Then they have the knowledge of education, how education works, how curriculum is planned, how lesson plans are planned, what are the assessments available, but then they don't know the concepts of theater, its skills and its applications,
so here is a
and it
question.
all needs to be synthesized.
Yes, I got that. So here is one question, Garima, which is coming out of what Amla is sharing. So apart from theater artists and teachers, मतलब ये सब चीजें जो अमला ने बताई जो मुझे लग रहा है बहुत गजब की चीजें हैं, तो can some other person who's not in theater, okay, possibly वो teaching भी नहीं किया, लेकिन they are inspired by what Amla is saying, that uh, that they want to make a difference to the next generation, to make the next generation able to deal with their future. Do you think that somebody like that could also be coming in for this program, Garima?
एब्सोल्युटली, एब्सोल्युटली। जो भी थिएटर से प्यार करता है, पैशनेट है, बच्चों से प्यार है जिसे, और
Uh-huh.
जो भी पेरेंट हैं जो चाहते हैं उनके बच्चे आगे जाके कुछ काम करे, कुछ करे, अपने लिए करे, एक अच्छा इंसान बने सबसे पहले, तो वो जो बेसिक वैल्यूज है वो थिएटर के थ्रू जानी जरूरी है। एंड कोई भी आके ये कोर्स कर सकता है, एंड ही और शी विल बी डूइंग गुड फॉर
So what you're
देयर।
saying is, again, Garima, what you said is something very, very. I mean, if you don't feel that I cannot do it. If I want to make a difference, this is really a method for you to reach out. And मुझे बहुत interesting ये भी लग रहा है Amla and Namrata and Garima, that through this form you are creating a career for yourself. You are making a difference in life. और क्या चाहिए? So at this point, I want to ask you one thing, and Namrata, I'm going to ask you as a co-founder of APT, Amla's program for theater. How are theater teachers different from teachers, who may be teaching some other language? What would you say is their difference?
Absolutely. Because theater in itself is a very different subject from others. When we
Mhm.
talk about maths or science, they require intellectual ability of a student. But when we talk about theater, तो इसमें intellectual, spiritual, emotional, psychological, social और बहुत सारे aspects आते हैं which mainly cover the holistic development of a child. तो जब हम बच्चे के होलिस्टिक डेवलपमेंट की बात करते हैं तो उसके लिए होने वाली जो पेडागोजी है, उसके लिए बना जो भी प्लानिंग लगता है, जिस तरह से हमें लेक्चर्स लेने होते हैं, दैट इज़ कंपैरेटिवली डिफरेंट। एक छोटा सा एग्जांपल देना चाहूँगी सर। इट्स माय ऑब्जर्वेशन दैट मैंने अक्सर कोर सब्जेक्ट टीचर्स को सुना है कहते हुए, शांत रहो, कीप क्वाइट, डोंट डोंट मेक नॉइज। हम तो बच्चों को कहते हैं अरे भाई शोर मचाओ, आवाज करो, लेट योर क्रिएटिविटी कम आउट। तो
क्या
इट्स
बात
ऑल
है.
अबाउट दैट।
It's a complete different attitude towards life itself. I mean, that is something which most of us, हम लोगों ने जिन्होंने भी theater किया, we realize कि it's a complete 180 degrees difference to how do we want to approach life. So at this point, as we come to the end of our program, I want to really ask you, Amla, what are the possibilities? What are you offering in terms of actual programs for people जो इस program को देख रहे हैं, जो और लोगों के साथ share कर सकते हैं? क्या आपके courses हैं, कब available हैं? Can you please let us know something about that?
Yeah, I'll quickly tell you all about this. So I urge everyone to come forward and at least try to be a theater teacher. For that, I have created a platform for theater teachers training program. So my second webinar is on 12th of February from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. It is online, so anyone can join it. In that, what I offer is that how theater education works, or theater in education, and how as a teacher you can facilitate theater learning in students and in your teacher community in
So
the
did you say
school.
the date is 12th of February?
12th of February
Okay.
2022.
Okay. 12th of February
And in
is this
that,
program that's beginning. And how do people join that program if they want to join it?
so they can directly approach me on Insta at Amla the app, or on Facebook, Amla's program for theater, our page, or Amla the app at gmail.com. And it's available almost on every LinkedIn. It is available as Amla's program for theater. So it is all over.
And also
And
just to let you all know that all these details are running right under this Instagram and email. Sab kuch is running right under that. You can always check on that, and you can
so
write into us.
I orient, this is my orientation for them to know what is curriculum. People often confuse between syllabus and curriculum, so they need to know what is
Kya
syllabus,
baat hai.
what is curriculum, what is theater education, what is theater in education. They often confuse. And then how do you plan curriculum? How many kinds of curriculum are there? What are the assessments? How do you plan assessments? And it's a myth. I mean, generally people say, it's very difficult to assess in theater. So, but assessment is not to downgrade the student. Assessment is aimed for learning. So it is only through assessment that student will learn, and you will know whether student has learned or not. So as a teacher, what can I do to facilitate students learning? So it's about assessment designing, it is about pedagogy, it is about curriculum designing, and also it is about that I offer mentorship for later on if they run into some problem or they don't know how to manage, and also very clever classroom management tips that is. So you may be an expert in theater, but if you cannot manage your classroom, everything is a waste. So first skill of teacher is classroom management, and I give them very clever classroom management tips. So these are the
So I think that's
takeaways.
fantastic. I think this is really an opportunity, my friends. And मेरे ख्याल से if you can just write into all the things that are written there, आपको बहुत सारे. I see a lot of questions being asked right now. So what we are going to do is we are not going to take questions today, but it will
Yes.
be an opportunity. These questions are going to reach. Just put in these questions to Amla the app, and she will be more than happy to answer these questions.
Yes.
The key
Yes.
part is here. The key part for us is here that as part of the innovative career series, what we are sharing with you all is that these are the amazing things which are happening in the world where people can look at innovative careers. And this is I fully endorse this program by Amla Rai, because Amla is somebody who is committed to make a difference not just to the students but also to the people who are teaching it. देखिए, बहुत जरूरी है कि हम लोग पहचानें कि स्टूडेंट्स की जिंदगी में तो फर्क लाना ही है, वो मूलतः बात है ही, लेकिन साथ साथ उन टीचर्स को जो पढ़ाना चाहते हैं, who want to make a difference, this will be an opportunity for them to really expand themselves, learn a lot, and do something amazing. Yes, over to you, Amla, on your final
I
words.
just want to say one thing to inspire to become theater teacher, that students, when they go out and they become adult and married and have children, but they never forget their first drama teacher. They
क्या बात
never
है.
forget drama teacher. They will
I would
forget
agree.
maths teacher, they will forget science teacher, but they do not do. आशीष, तुम्हारा जो भी पहला ड्रामा हुआ, आई एम श्योर कि तुमको वो याद है.
Absolutely, absolutely.
ड्रामा टीचर को स्टूडेंट कभी नहीं भूलते.
तो fantastic. This is an opportunity for you all to be somebody. हो सकता है आप खुद, हो सकता है आप. Do you know another very interesting thing? You may feel that मैं तो रिटायर हो गई हूँ, मैं रिटायर हो गया हूँ. अरे यार मेरी तो अभी जिंदगी की शुरुआत हो रही है. किसी भी स्टेज पर आप हैं, you can come and join this program. It's going to make a huge difference. I really want to thank you, Amala Rai. I want to thank you, Garima Singh, Namrata Balse. I want to thank you all for having come here and shared with the viewers here. आप क्या कमाल का काम कर रहे हैं. Repeating for all of you, on 12th February, her program is beginning. Please reach out to the links which are given right below this, so that you can join. You know somebody whom you may they may find this of value. Please share the word, spread the word. Let's all make a difference wherever we are. बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया आपका अमला. आप दोनों का बहुत बहुत तीनों का बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया. Thank you so very much for being here, Garima and Namrata. मैं अब इजाजत देता हूँ. Lot of questions are there, but I think those
thank you,
questions will
Ashish.
be reaching you.
Let me thank you for having us with you, and it's a great opportunity for us to reach out to people and urge them that become a theatre teacher. Thank you, Ashish.
चलिए साथ में
Thank you.
थिएटर खेलते हैं. क्या बात है.
Yes.
Garima, final words.
थिएटर कीजिए, आसपास बच्चों के साथ, बड़ों के साथ, सबके साथ. स्प्रेड लव एंड स्प्रेड थिएटर.
वाह वाह. Namrata.
I believe that each one of us has the potential to make a difference. So let us contribute, let us work together, collaborate, and let's make a difference.
Wonderful. Let's play. बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया आप सबका. All of you who have come across the different platforms, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube and Twitter. Spread the word. Let's play theater. Let's make a difference. बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया आप सबका. Have an amazing evening. Just to let you all know, if some of you have missed this, in exactly 15 at 8:45 Indian Standard Time, we will be coming live on the Instagram handle Ashish Vidyarthi 1, where I'll be asking some different questions and some similar questions. So if any one of you who's missed this, they want to watch it again, of course, the recordings are there right here. But if you want to come live on Instagram, we are going to be there at 8:45. See you. बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया आप सबका. नमस्कार नमस्कार नमस्कार. सबको बाय कर देते हैं.
Thank you.
Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye.